Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Dhika, and in here I'm going to talk about magnetism. I already assume that you guys already know what magnet is, right? But in here I'm not going to talk about the attraction and repulsion only, but actually I will talk about another topic such as the first is properties of magnet, and then the magnetic field, and then magnetization and demagnetization, and then implementation, and the last is Earth's magnetic field. And we are going to the first topic. Properties of magnet. The first is materials. Magnets attract strongly only certain materials such as iron, steel, nickel, and cobalt. It is called as ferromagnetic material. So here is the picture of ferromagnetic materials. Okay, the next properties of magnet. The second is poles. The poles are the places in a magnet which magnetic materials such as iron filings are attracted. They are near the ends of a bar magnet and occur in pairs of equal strength. And then the third, north and south poles. The north pole always pointing roughly towards the Earth's north pole. A magnet can therefore be used as a compass. So in the illustration of compass, the blue and red one is the magnet bar. So the red one is the north pole, while the blue one is the south pole. The north pole is pointing to the N, and also the south pole pointing to the S. And then the attraction and repulsion. If the end pole of a magnet is brought near the end pole of another magnet, repulsion occurs. Two S poles also repel, so it means the same poles will be repelled. By contrast, and north and south poles always attract. And then here is the animation of the attraction and repulsion. Okay, next, the magnetic field. The space surrounding a magnet where it produces a magnetic force is called a magnetic field. So the magnetic field is the line here when it is connect the N with S, and then the direction of the field at any point should be the direction of the force on an end pole. If you can see it clearly, the line has an arrow here. It indicates that the magnetic force always coming from the N or the north to the south. See, you can see the animation how this flow. Okay, next, magnetization and demagnetization. In here, it is the simulation that I will show you about the process of magnetization, which is induction. Actually, the process of magnetization quite broad. Actually, not only the induction. The other example is by magnetize the material by using electromagnet principle, but in here I only show the induction process. So here I have two kinds of material. The first is the iron, which is the nails, and the second is steel, which is the paper clips. Let's see what happens with nails. So when the first nails is removed, the other nails will be collapsed. It means that there are no magnetism left there. And then let's see what happens with the paper clips. When the first paper clips is removed, the other paper clips is still remain like that. It means that the paper clips still have the magnetism. Magnetic materials such as iron that magnetize easily but easily lose their magnetism. or easily demagnetized are said to be soft. Thus, such as steel that are harder to magnetize than iron but stay magnetized are hard. Both types have their uses. Very hard ones are used to make permanent magnets. To demagnetize the magnet, we can drop or heat it. The faster the magnetized process is by heat the magnet. Okay, next, implementation. The it is the implementation of magnet in our daily life tools. So the first is for data storage. In our electronic devices such as phone, computer, we can store our data, right? Nah, the data storage there is using the very strong of magnet. And then the next, the magnet also used in the medical aspect. The magnet is used for MRI and for the cancer treatment, or we can say the magnet therapy. The doctor injected the magnetic sensitively fluid to the specific area which is contain the cancer cell, and then with the help of magnet it will be produce the heat, and the heat itself can burn the cancer cell. And then next is in the household item. Actually, in our house there are so many tools that use magnet. For example, in speaker, and then in the charger, and then in our purse, like the substitute of button, and then the scissors, and also in the screwdriver, and there are so many tools that use magnet. Okay, next, the Earth's magnetic field. Earth is a giant magnet and has its own magnetic field. The Earth's core is mainly made up of iron, one of the best magnetic materials. This core is continuously spinning at high speed, thus creating a huge magnetic field. This is the reason why the Earth has a North Pole and a South Pole. So in the illustration here, you can see two different color, right? The red and blue one. So the red is the north magnetic poles, and the blue one is the south magnetic poles. As we learned before, the magnetic force is from the north to the south. So in here, the magnetic from the red to the blue one. It is the opposite of the actual Earth pole, which is the north is in the blue and then the south in the red. Okay, the phenomenon of the Earth's magnetic field in the nature. So the first is aurora. Aurora, or also called as the polar light, can be found in the north and south pole. The aurora also have different kind of color such as blue, green, purple, and so many beautiful colors. The aurora itself caused by the magnetic field. So let's see why it can be happen. So the orange one here, it is the solar flare, and then when the solar flare coming through the earth, it will be interact with the magnetic field, and because of the interaction it will produce the aurora. You can see the spot of the orange spot in the both of the pole, right? It is where the aurora happen. And then the other phenomenon is tada, bird. Did you guys ask why bird is here? So first, I will ask you, have you ever wondered why birds can immigrate from first place to the another place and then coming back to the first place? Yes, that's because birds have their own GPS, but it is not like GPS that we usually know, but actually it is with the help of Earth magnetic field. So in the recent study, the researcher found that in bird eyes there are protein which is called as CRIP4, and the protein itself can help the bird to see the Earth magnetic field. So it will help the bird immigrate from north to the south and then immigrate again from south to the north. Yeah, that's why. Okay, maybe that's all from our today's session. So we will close this session with the quiz time. I already put the link here in the video, but I will also put the link in the description box below. So good luck and see you later.